Good evening, League. Co-Commissioner here. Um, so sorry it's been a few weeks since we've had a video filling in for Ingram this week. I meant to do one last week, but I wasn't feeling up to it. I was a little under the weather. So anyway, apologies for the silence. We'll try to get these going weekly between myself and Ingram if possible. A little housekeeping, first of all. If you haven't paid your league dues, please get those in to Ingram. I think we got to be well past the deadline by now. So whenever Ingram gets back on this, I think he should do whatever it is he said he was going to do past the deadline. Ingram wanted me to point out that he had a nice victory over the reigning champion. So that's bloodthirsty. Nice victory there, Ingram. In fact, it's only your second victory, so yeah, I guess you can celebrate when you only have those few chances to do so. Let's see. Let's go for best worst managers of last week. So the best manager, I guess technically speaking, it would go to Bloodthirsty with the 97% rating, which is pretty good. But so I'll give it to you. But I think looking at your bench, with almost everybody on bye, I don't think you had a lot of decisions. So I think it's a little inflated. Your rating's a little inflated. And actually, you lost anyway. So yeah, forget it. You don't get the best manager. Best manager this week goes to myself, if I do say so. 94% rating. Nobody on bye. So I had a lot of tough decisions to make. A lot of high-scoring people on the bench. Still came out with 94% rating. So I'm happy with that. And the worst manager, I feel like this is becoming a recurring theme here. Motor City Heroes, again, 72% and a 138 points is just not going to cut it. That's bad, man. And you even had two guys on bye, so you didn't even have that many decisions to make. Anyway, man, pick it up. All right, just going to do a league overview here. Just kind of give an update on the overall status. A couple of updates. First of all, if I had the ability to rename the divisions, I would. And Division 1, I'd be renaming you guys to the Steaming Pile Division. And Division 2 would be the Division of Death. Because right now, everybody in Division 1, except LA Riot, pretty much rounds out the bottom of the league. And even LA Riot, if he was in our division, probably would be in third place. So it's been a tale of two divisions, really. And in fact, Emrod, I think I saw your comment there about how you're so far ahead of the league here. And, congratulations on that 6-0. But really, all you are is sitting on top of the pile of steaming pile of the Steaming Pile division. So really, I don't know how much you have to crow about there. You only have the third most points, and you have the fewest points against. So enjoy it while you can. But I could see things changing in a hurry for you. All right. So other than that, let's see. Guido wanted me to point out that nobody's been eliminated. So it's still everybody's game. Even those 1-5 teams, it ain't over till it's over. And when we do get to elimination time and teams do get eliminated, there's going to be no trading once you're eliminated. So that's pretty obvious. But once you're mathematically eliminated, no more trades. Okay. And Guido asked me to run down the odds percentages of each team making the playoffs, which I don't know how I was supposed to do that. I don't think anything in Flea Flicker gives me that ability. So instead, I'm going to go ahead and do my power rankings for the league. So here it is, number 1 team. This is just my own rankings here. I have to give it to Carson City Cunnilingus. So you got a nice team there, Guido. Got the best quarterback, solid running back core, solid wide receivers. You know, not the studliest wide receivers ever, but good enough, and you got a lot of depth. So I think that's a tough team to beat right there. You know, despite being number 1 in the standings, I give them number 2. I think is LA Riot. So yeah, despite you being on top of the Turd division, you do have a nice team. Andrew Luck's been solid. Unfortunately, I think you've seen his upside. I don't know if he'll maintain it. We'll see. He should be solid. I don't know if he'll be the superstar he's been. Marshawn Lynch is a stud. Nice pickup with Brandon Oliver. So that's a good team. Maybe not as deep as Carson City, which is why I give you down to number 2. EPT All-Stars, I give you number 3 spot in the power rankings. Good quarterback, solid quarterback, Aaron Rodgers. Best running back in the league, DeMarco Murray. If he stays healthy, you can ride him a long way. I don't know that he will stay healthy, but you know, ride him while you can. You're a little weak beyond that. Certainly not as deep as Carson City or the other 2, and you know, Julio Jones is a stud, but and Steve Smith's been good. So your receivers are pretty good. Beyond that, not super deep. So I give you number 3 spot. And I draw a line here. I think those top 3 really are in a tier above everyone there. So that's really the top tier. I think those are the teams to beat. You know, this next tier I think is sort of solid middle tier. Those top 3 you could argue any order, but I think that's definitely a cut above this next group. This next group's everybody's definitely in it. 4 teams make it, so we'll see what happens. But the number 4 spot I give to Dirty Water. You know, Phillip Rivers been stud. Jamal Charles, solid 1-2. Mike Wallace, got some good guys on there. Really not much depth, I'd say, beyond that, but solid team. Number 5 is I give myself, Burger with Strength. You know, my running backs are just mediocre. It's a patchwork team, I'll be honest, but nobody jumps out. But you know, I had Adrian Peterson, my first round pick, so I lost him. So that kind of hurt me there. So I'm sort of rolling with the hot hand at running back, making it work though. We'll see. Somebody may shine out of there. Number 6, that was my first Asian. Jay Cutler, meh. Matt Ryan, not too pretty at quarterback, but he'll be okay. Le'Veon Bell's a stud. Eddie Lacy, we'll see. He could be better. You got Deshaun Jackson. He's been money, and Des Bryant. So you got a solid wide receiver studs, and quite a bit of wide receivers on your bench there. So definitely got a nice receiving core. Hey, if you want some running backs, maybe we should talk trades. Actually, I got a few running backs. Maybe I can give you one of my mediocre running backs, one of your mediocre receivers. Although I'm kind of happy with my receivers, so we'll see. Yeah, so that was my first Asian, coming in at number 6, and that no, one more, and then number 7 is going to be Bloodthirsty, last year's champ. You got Drew Brees. You know, he's going to be up and down, but he should be good enough. Lamar Miller, now that Noshawn's out, it's going to serve you well. Demaryius Thomas, solid. Alshon Jeffrey, got some studs. Not a ton of bench, but definitely in the mix. Definitely rounding out that middle tier, and that's where I draw the line. I think that 4 through 7 is the middle tier. Everybody there has as good a shot as anybody for definitely a 4th spot, and if those top 3 tank, you know, number 3, you know, we'll see. And then this final group, I think, is sort of the dumpster of the league. Number 8 is the Frothing Snatches. Ingram, yeah, your team, it's not too pretty. I mean, Kaepernick and Arian Foster, Alfred Morris, they're okay. Foster's okay. They're gonna have good weeks, but I don't think those are far and away studs. I think you're pretty weak. You don't have a lot of depth. You're gonna be scrambling week to week. So savor those victories when you can get them, like last week. The Outlaw at number 9. Yeah, Cam Newton should be better. So that's kind of unfortunate there. Nobody else here I really like, to be honest, on your team. This is ugly. Yeah, well, that's why I have you at number 9. Lions D. There you go. That's one of your best players. And then number 10, bottom of the barrel in my rankings, is Motor City Heroes. It's unfortunate. I mean, you got McCoy. I have him in another league, so I understand. That's a tough break. But other than that, and I guess Frank Gore. I don't know. Your team's doesn't look that bad on paper. So I think part of it is your coaching's just been terrible, man. Terrible. But the team's not great either. But with some better coaching, I think you could have been in that middle tier. But I think that 8, 9, 10 tier, you guys, again, everybody's still in it, so you're not out of it, but you certainly put yourselves in a hole there. So you might think of wheeling and dealing, So I'm open to trades. Somebody make me an offer. Let's do it. But anyway, there it is. That's my rankings for the week. Let me know what you think. Feel free to comment. Get your league dues in, and we'll see you next week. Good luck this week. Take care, gentlemen.